This girl Thacker Webb was good saying those words again. And I said that in about, well, over a little bit over a week. And I said that in over a week. Wow, feels good. We're back with the the Force One Podcast. Today we have Landon. We're not sure if anyone else will join in. They could. It's been a busy week on here, but the API HQ with a high school existing. Now, wow. I have, it's amazing what a week of not talking to your audience can do to your voice. I'm having starting problems so much. Anyways.
Hey, I'm doing perfectly fine, and I haven't talked to them in like 2 years.
Anyways, yeah, back at the podcast. As I was saying before, my brain decided, you know what? I want to embarrass this fool. Someone may join in. We're not sure. As I mentioned, it's been a busy week for the HQ. Oh my god. Whatever. You guys get what I mean. Let's just continue. So someone may join in. We're not sure. Right now it's just being Landon. Got seen for the Minecraft videos, Roblox, and stuff like that. Insults.
I've been putting in my work.
Yeah, he's been putting in his work. More things say for a lot of people on the team. I won't go into specifics. I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever. I can't take it back now, so let's just continue. I won't go into detail. Anyways, so before we even begin talking about anything, we do need to address some deaths that happened recently. Not like personal. I mean, I guess kind of personal. One, a very famous actor, and one, a meme dog. So both very saddening. One, we have Paul Rubens, which if you guys may not know who that is, but I can assure you, once I say who he plays, you guys will instantly know him. Pee Wee Herman. So that's really sad, honestly.
I don't know who that is. If you don't know who that is, then you better get out of here.
You don't know who Pee Wee Herman is?
I was impersonating people that don't know.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we were gonna have some words.
I mean, run these one. No.
Yeah, I mean, like that was like really sad. Apparently, he had cancer. He'd been battling it for years, and it hit it so well. Like I think he was on like a Tonight Show or one of those late night shows as Pee Wee, like just like last year. So he hit it very well. Man looks fine. But yeah, Pee Wee was actually a pretty big part of my childhood. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Big Top Pee Wee, Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Pretty boring.
Yeah, so that's actually really sad. So I rewatched Pee Wee's Big Adventure, just for respect, and like I had not had nostalgia like that in a long time. Like man, I had so much nostalgia for that movie. So that's really sad. I might make a video whole about it, just a tribute video, because a big part of my childhood, honestly, and so many others, Pee Wee Herman was. So, rest in peace, Paul Rubens, Pee Wee. If I ever want to feel good, I'm gonna go watch your movies and Pee Wee's Playhouse, because they are still funny and just they're amazing. You brought just so many laughs into the world, and we'll never forget you. Yeah. So, do you have anything to say about Pee Wee? Yep. Really sad. I'll be back 1 second. Just stay right there.
Okay. Once he's gone, I can do this. You'll never know.
I had to go tell a family member to stop blaring Rick Astley. I was glad that it's Rick Astley, but I wasn't glad they were blaring their music. So, I don't know how to feel about that. Anyways.
Did you hear what I just said a second ago?
No. What'd you say?
Good. The end.
Okay, because I'll have to look at the footage of what I'm editing this video to see what he said.
No, I can't say anything bad. It's just leave it in without watching it. Watch it post, like after you post it.
And yeah, speaking of the other death, the meme dog Cheems, which is basically a corgi, it was pretty funny looking. I'll put an image on the screen if you guys don't know who this is. The dog. Yeah, it died too, it's always sad when like a meme dies, like especially like when Doge died a few years back, and like
Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, Grumpy Cat, and like all those Gabe, the dog. It's so sad when a meme dies. It's really sad, especially like an animal or a person. So that was really sad. So rest in peace, Cheems. You're in the heaven of memes. So that's really sad. So Paul Rubens and Cheems, quite saddening. But enough of the sadness out of the way. Let's get into some positive topics. High school. So I did a community post about a little over a week ago saying that I was gonna be taking just giving the whole week, giving the whole team a week's break because we needed it. I could tell after the first Monday I was exhausted, and if I was exhausted, then everyone else was gonna be too. I already knew that, so I gave everyone a week off. It was just like I kind of had to. Like I knew that okay, that's something I have to do. So now we have high school figured out, and honestly, I was worried that there was gonna be like a big indent to the channel, like oh, we're gonna stop just halt content completely. Not really, at least so far, because I'm only like really in the first week, so you know, but so far from what I've seen, it shouldn't decrease uploads that much. What will probably happen instead of me like filming a video, then editing it, then uploading it, I'll probably film a video, next day edit and upload it, just so I can have more time to do other stuff. Which is it's fine, you know. I still get the same amount of content, just a little bit less of it, so it's fine. So yeah, not a big indent. But yeah, this is a whole new adventure for the entire team. High school is. We're trying to still learn our way around this. But one good thing about the team, that is, anyways, and just all of us in general, is that for somehow the high schoolers, I mean, the ones that are above us, because we're only in 9th grade, so like the 10th graders and so on and so forth, for some reason, somehow they know the 8-bit Gyarados exists, and I don't know how, but they do. So we're on good terms with them. They're like, yo, look, that's dressed as the boys. They been Gyarados, no way. I've had so many times that in the hallway, like, yo, it's Gyarados, what's up? So, I mean, we're pretty good. Yeah, so we're okay. So yeah, that's how high school is gonna be with also running the channels. Not that big too much of a difference, really. Just you know, yeah. So I was worried about it, but I don't have to be because everything's gonna be peachy. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay.
Everything's gonna be alright. Remember that.
Every little thing gonna be alright. Get into some Rick Astley news. What?
Last year. Remember when they played that song so much last year?
Oh yeah. Okay, story time. Remember when those like the veterans came like to give a speech and like cause I don't know why our middle school did this. Between the bells they would play songs and they actually stopped doing it randomly in the middle of the year. We don't know why. Yeah, but they play random songs and
They
so
were doing it for the first quarter.
yeah. And so these veterans came to give some speeches because I think it was like Veterans Day or something like that. It was something like that. I'm not sure. And we were all outside like in the football field, so it was.
It might have just been Veterans Day.
Yeah, Veterans Day. So it was big and loud and stuff like that. So out on the football field, and from just in the distance, we hear that song. It's just going off. Oh God, I remember that. It's funny.
Wait, wasn't it during? Didn't they have a moment of silence and after that it happened? Or
Yeah.
what was it?
It was something like that. I don't know, but I remember just like, oh man, that was funny, because it was just like it's one of those things that should not be funny. You should not laugh at it, but because it happened, it's funny. You're gonna laugh at it. So yeah, that was funny. Like they cut like the bell just halfway from the ring, and they didn't let it in because oh my God, we can't let this happen. So I don't know why they didn't do that to begin with. Didn't they know it was gonna happen? Why didn't they just not make it ring? We're all outside anyways. Doesn't matter. Oh, whatever. The fun little story time. Anyways, so moving on to some Rick Astley news. We all love Rick Astley. As they are recording this. Tomorrow, Rick will release a new single called Never Gonna Stop, which will be the second track on his new album coming October 6th. Are we there yet? Pretty excited for that, not gonna lie. What are your thoughts on this?
Sound pretty cool.
This is why I try to have at least 3 people in a podcast episode so we can like bounce off each other, like actually discuss stuff. We're just sharing thoughts at this point. But whatever. Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Isn't that what disgusting is?
Yeah. But I mean, it just works better with more people, you know. But anyways, yeah. So.
Not enough.
So probably what's happening with Rick. He's probably gonna because when he premiered his last video, it came out like at 12 in the 12 p.m. so lunchtime. So we're gonna be in school while this is premiering. So my mom's gonna be going, "Oh my God, Rick Astley's new song is out now, and I can't listen to it till I get home." I'm just gonna worry about that the entire day. Just oh my God, 1 minute remaining until I can just listen to Rick Astley. Anyways, yeah. So excited for that. I'll do a community post letting everyone know how it is. I mean, it's gonna be good. It's Rick. I fully believe that he cannot make a bad song.
That's pretty cool. Before I finished downloading, yeah, I mean, what?
Fortnite. You seen that one video of Willem Dafoe? You know, the guy who plays the Green Goblin in Spider-Man? You know Willem Dafoe? Okay, if you, it's just like this random video of him going, Fortnite. It's from like one of his movies. It's so funny. I just remembered that. Fortnite. I'll link in the description, or I'll put it in the video if I can find it. Either one of the two.
Fortnite.
Oh man, just remember that. That's funny. Anyways, moving on to some news about Twitter, or as it's now known as X. We have a lot to discuss here.
Yeah, like, could have said you could have made it like the bluebird or something, anything but a single letter.
Like, Elon Musk just took everything that built up Twitter and just destroyed it in like a second. There's no more Twitty Bird. It's the letter X. It's so dumb. This is why I don't have Twitter. Or I guess why I don't have X. Yeah. And I don't know what it is about Elon Musk, but he's obsessed with the letter X. He named his space company SpaceX. He tried years ago to get PayPal named X.com, which, gotta say, that's a terrible idea for a website name. Don't name your website that. I won't go into detail, but just don't do it, okay? Really, trust me, you don't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to. And he named his child X with a bunch of other random letters. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Yeah, this man has an obsession with the letter X. And then he added a tagline to X, and it's "Get your blaze on." What does that mean? It just sounds stupid. It sounds dumb. Like, this also is something a 14-year-old would do, like on an Xbox Live Call of Duty chat.
Attention for 2 seconds. The first thing I heard 2 seconds ago was X, and now all I hear is you getting upset about some 14-year-old. I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds to see the one saying Fortnite.
What happened so that
This is what I hear.
so Elon Musk gave X a a tagline, and it's "Get your blaze on."
How does that relate?
I know.
Those two relate to each other.
It's like, I think he thinks that sounds cool along with the letter X, and no one except for 14-year-olds in a Call of Duty Xbox Live chat think that sounds cool. The letter X is not cool by itself, especially with something else like SpaceX, this other brand. That sounds cool because there's something with it. Just with the letter X, that's not cool.
The letter X is cool.
What is he even trying to do? Like, is he trying to ruin Twitter? Like, does he want a movie out there? Something like, oh yes, they're gonna make a movie about me, how I destroyed Twitter. I can see that happening easily. And I just was thinking about this the other day. To me personally, this sounds like a Family Guy plot for an episode. Peter Griffin buys Twitter and ends at X because he thinks that sounds cool. I can't be the only one that thinks that. Oh god, Elon, what are you doing? What are you doing? And also, speaking of, last on the podcast, we talked about how Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg were going to have a cage fight. That's still planned to happen, I think, at the moment.
Yay! I would actually pay money to see that.
And apparently it's going to be streamed on X. Because of course it is.
Dang it.
It's just stupid. And apparently now, because when Twitter was still a thing...
People are going to stream it on YouTube.
Yeah, you already know it. When Twitter was still a thing, the videos were called Twitter videos, right? Of course. Now they're called X videos, which we won't go into detail. We won't go into detail about here because this is a pretty family friendly channel.
I feel like we should go into detail about it.
We shouldn't. But that's not a very advertiser friendly site. Let's just say that. So now, now people are going to look. People are going like. How would you even find like, if you search on Twitter, you're gonna find Twitter, because it's Twitter. You're not gonna find up X by searching out the letter X. It's so dumb. Oh my god. And now tweets are called X's, which is just like, it's like, oh my god. So like, now instead of tweeting...
Came up as a horror movie. Never mind that.
I've seen that horror movie. It's actually very good. It has Jonah Ortega in it. But, that's about that. Shut up. Getting back to, Elon Musk. Yeah, so now instead of,
Mark Elon.
the combination I was expecting, but everyone wanted. Yeah, so now instead of them being called tweets, they're called X's. Hey, yo, you want to see my X? That just sounds weird. I don't like how that sounds. I don't think anyone likes how that sounds. It's just...
But I'm somebody, and I don't know...
It's just baffling to me how this, like, how did this man even get this idea to name or rebrand Twitter as X? I don't understand. I never will. I don't think anyone ever will.
Just smart like that.
Remember when people used to call him, like, the actual real-life Iron Man? This man is not the real-life Iron Man.
Yeah.
He's anything from that now.
If that's an Iron Man, I don't want Iron Man.
Anyways, I guess enough about Elon and X or whatever. Let's get on to something else, I guess. This actually happened today as I'm recording this video. Oh my god, how did I forget his name? Hold on.
Is that what you sent in the chat?
I don't think I say it. I didn't say Charles Martinet. Or Martinet, whatever you pronounce it. The voice actor of Mario, which has been around for over 30 years, has retired. He basically will not be voicing Mario anymore. He's still going around the world, spreading the world of Nintendo and Mario. So, that's pretty cool. It's a little bit sad. You guys know I'm not a big fan of Mario on the channel. I'm not a huge gamer. But that was sad, you know, because, like, you know, even though I never played the Mario games, I knew that iconic voice. And apparently in the newest game coming out in the Mario franchise called Super Mario Wonder, apparently in that trailer for that game, people were saying, oh yeah, that does not sound like the guy. And they were right, because Nintendo said, yeah, that's not him. That's a new voice actor. And let's save for the credits of the game to find out who the new voice actor of Mario is. That's going to be kind of exciting. Gonna get a lot of people to buy that game, I would imagine. Yeah, so Mario's got a new voice actor. We don't know who it is. I'm just gonna say, if it ain't Chris Pratt, I'm gonna be super mad. I'm kidding. So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm sad bro left, but if it's Chris Pratt, I'm done.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be. It's not. I mean, like, that would be, like, I can see it happening, because, like, if anyone knows the actor Matthew Lillard, who's playing, actually, William Afton, in the new FNAF movie, voices Shaggy and all the Scooby-Doo stuff. So maybe he could, like, Chris Pratt could just voice Mario and all the Mario stuff from now on. It's, like, his one returning character, but whatever. It's not gonna happen. We all know it. It's not gonna happen, obviously. Because whoever is in the actual trailer sounds almost just like, he sounds just like Charles. He sounds just like Mario. So, and then they had a battery thing. I'm just like kind of sad about it. Like, okay, you know, but at least the person who got the voice Mario sounds almost just like Mario. It was like when Disney fired Kermit the Frog's voice actor and got a new one. Did sound like Kermit the Frog. Like, I don't mind this. I'm not mad about it. Like how it was that. I'm getting to something we could talk about, the writer's strike in Hollywood, which is still going on. I cannot believe that. Anyways, so little information came out about it. Apparently, a bunch of big time actors like The Rock and all those wonderful people donated all each $1 million to the writer's strike so they can keep on striking so they can get what they want, obviously. And, of course, because they deserve what they want, obviously. They deserve what they need. And I actually hadn't said this yet for some reason. I've talked about this a lot on the podcast. I do support the writer's strike fully because, well, people gotta get what they deserve. It's only right. If I was getting money off of YouTube videos and I didn't get what I would deserve to pay, I would go on a strike too because people deserve what they want. They deserve what they need, right? So, of course, I support the writer's strike. And I just hope it gets results so we can get more movies. You know, because that's kind of my whole thing. But whatever. Yeah, the writer's strike's still going on. Apparently, the big studios were going to wait until the people couldn't strike anymore, to where they lost everything, like their houses and stuff. They couldn't pay their bills because they had no money from acting and, like, writing. And that's downright evil. I gotta say it. That's awful. That's actually really bad. They were just gonna wait until people were homeless, so they had to come back. They weren't gonna pay them. But now, it seems like now every time they get close to getting bankrupt, the strike organization, big people are just gonna drop in, drop $1 million, boom, there you go, they continue on the strike. So, I'm just saying, they gotta end this stupid strike. Give them what they want, oh my god, I don't care how much money it is, give them what they want. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the evil acts of big movie companies?
It's not cool.
Yeah, that's actually not cool. And speaking of evil acts by big movie companies, a few months, a month ago actually, I think some people were protesting, and it was like really hot at this point. Actually, it still is hot, but it was hotter then when like it was during that week where like every day was getting hotter and hotter, like the hottest days I've recorded on Earth, which is just terrifying. But we won't get into that because we don't talk about terrifying stuff in the podcast very much. We'll say that for October. Anyways, and so they cut down the trees where the people were standing, so they couldn't, strike. They couldn't like ride and stuff. And apparently they could get sued for that. And I'm thinking, yeah, I wonder why. And probably it's not like all of them. It's not like Warner Brothers and all of them did this. It was just like Universal. So, I don't know what this is about Universal, but okay. Yeah, so I just want to get this writer strike just organized and sorted out because, man, it's been going for too long. Movies are getting delayed, and eventually they're not going to want to keep paying, these movies just not happening. They're going to cancel some movies. It's going to happen, so I just hope it ends very soon. Speaking of something that is, this was interesting to me. So a few days ago, the teaser trailer for Chucky Season 3 was released. The Chucky series is going to be on Peacock, Sci-Fi, USA, all that jazz. And this is really about the actual series. Like, we're not gonna go in depth, like, oh my god, what's going to happen in this season? But apparently on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, or X, as I should say, the crew members, before the strike happened, like the day before it happened, they were saying that they only had 1/3 of the show done. And they're still planning to release it this October. So that concerns me, because are we going to have like a half-baked season of Chucky this October? Because they only had 1/3 of the show done, which you guys know, that's not, it's not a lot. It's really not. So I'm wondering, what in the world, how are they going to do that? Like, if you don't have a finished thing, like, how can you actually release that? I'm interested to see what happens to that, because, yeah, but, I just want the writer's strike to end, so we don't get more of this stuff with like series having to be pushed out when they're not finished. No one wants to see that. But there is one loophole that studios are trying to find in order to still release movies while not having to pay anybody ending the strike. And that loophole is indie films. Yay! So basically, big companies are buying the rights to indie films so they can make them into movies, and they can do this because they're indie films. They're not big company films, they're independent, so they can release them. That's how it works. And so there's a reportedly indie movie set to be filming about Paul Rudd and Gina Ortega with a unicorn. And, okay. I don't have anything to say about that itself, just the fact that it's happening. So, in the coming year, might see a lot more indie films popping up that these big studios start to advertise because they want anything they can get. They want money. Here's something that I also want to point out about this. I know we're saying this one topic for so long, but I need to talk about it. It's important, okay? So apparently, they're Warner Brothers in particular and Disney are thinking about delaying a bunch of their movies like next year. The ones coming out later this year, like a Wonka, Wish example. They're thinking about delaying those movies because they want the actors to be able to promote their movies. To actually get people to go see them. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah. If you want actors to be able to promote their movies, why don't you, end the strike so you can get these actors, just pay them what they want, and you wouldn't have to be doing this. Like, I don't get, they're delaying them because they want their actors, but they won't pay their actors. Like, that's so redundant. Okay, here's something that we could talk about. I just said we were gonna, what? Excuse me? What'd you say? Oh, he's playing Fortnite. Okay, got it. Yeah, so, Disney announced live action Tangled, and I just don't care at this point. I guess now this pretty much confirms that, yeah, we're in a phase where they're gonna make started making all these CG movies into live action, which is just, yeah, okay. Like, I'm just sad at this point because of it. Like, we're getting live action Trader Dragon, live action Moana, live action Tangled, and I'm just thinking, oh, okay, like, okay.
Starring, what's her name? Jada Pinkett. Isn't she playing in the live action Rapunzel?
I have heard about that, but I haven't, like, heard about it. Because, like, usually where I get all my film sources at,
It's like,
yeah, usually where I get my film sources at, I get them from pretty reliable people, like people that generally get information right all the time. And I haven't heard that from them. I've heard them from other sources that are credible, but not 100% all the time. So it's like in that weird, it's that weird stage where I haven't seen any like big like movie scoopers talk about it, but I haven't seen like you know, it's weird. So I don't know if that's true or not. If it is, I don't really care. Because I just don't care about these live action remakes anymore. I mean, I care about them because I'm talking about them. I honestly care about them a little bit. I care about them for all the wrong reasons because I hate them. They're awful. They're god awful. Yeah, so that could be true. It could not be. I don't care. I might watch live action Tangled because
if they do star her for Rapunzel, that ain't gonna work out.
yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I just.
You're gonna take a lot of money to get that much extensions.
Just why?
Especially since she ain't got nothing to extend.
At this point, I'm just like, yeah, okay, do that, I guess, Disney. As long as the live action remake doesn't go near Pixar, I won't care. I really won't. As soon as I don't care what Pixar movie it is. I don't care if it's the worst of worst, like Brave or Cars 2. You don't touch Pixar. I've said this many times before.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I don't care which Pixar movie it is. It can be the worst of the worst. It can be Cars 2. I don't care. Don't touch Pixar. Don't do it. Okay? I don't want to see it happen. The day they announce live action Toy Story is when I will actually, like, I will go on a strike against Disney. And I mean, I'm pretty much, I think that just, like, the announcement of live action Tangled means that one day we're going to get live action Frozen. I think it's a guarantee. I don't think it's a question of if, it's a question of when. Like, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're going to mess up with a lot of that money. I think the reason they haven't already announced live action Frozen is because they're making Frozen 3, so they haven't, like, they're not going to make, like, two competing movies at the same time. It's not going to work. Yeah, we're going to get live action Frozen one day, and I already can tell that. Yeah, so I'm just mad at Disney, if I'm being honest. I'm just mad. Here's something we can talk about. September 29th. 2 films are coming out the same day. So we could have another Barbenheimer situation on our hands here. These 2 films are Paw Patrol 2 and Saw 10. And people are saying it's going to be called Saw Patrol. And I love that. And like, it fits with the whole Barbenheimer theme. 2 movies are completely polar opposites. You have Paw Patrol and you have Saw. And so, yeah, I hope that goes viral. Make a lot of money for Nickelodeon and, whoever makes the Saw movies. I really don't care enough to know. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. I actually glad Saw, because originally Saw 10 was, scheduled for at least on the same day as the FNAF movie. So I'm glad it moved. I think the reason why it moved too, now this is just a theory, a film theory, but just a theory, I think Saw 10 moved up a month because I think, honestly, Saw was scared of FNAF. I think they were scared that, oh, FNAF's going to beat us. So they moved to September 29th so they can just like, okay, we're going to get Paw Patrol. I think we're going to make our budget back, guys. Yeah, so, gives me more faith in the FNAF movie, definitely. Shows that it's a powerhouse and no movies won't go up against it because they're going to fail. Anyways, speaking of the FNAF movie, it's been rumored now for a few weeks now that there are 2 rumored runtimes for the movie. So, you know, pretty big. The first one was 3 hours, which is a runtime. Longer than Endgame. And the second one was in 2 hours and 2 minutes. I think that was more likable. But just the idea that at one point it was being reported that the movie could be 3 hours long, means that, oh yeah, they're gonna go into the lore. They ain't skipping any stone unturned. They're gonna explain that stuff for the audience. They're gonna make them understand that they don't know FNAF. And I love that. They're gonna actually take their time with this movie. It's gonna be a good, decent length chunk. Probably, I don't think it's gonna be 3 hours. I really don't. Usually, studios want to cut down, like, at least, like, 2 hours, 3 minutes max. So, 2 hours, 2 minutes, I can feel that. Yeah, that's probably good what's going to be. But the fact that at one point it could have been 3 hours long is, okay, oh my god, how much is going to be in this movie? And I can't wait! Only, like, it's August, so it's, we're so close to that movie, oh my god. Can't wait. Speaking of FNAF, the FNAF Ruin Security Breach DLC came out in June. Hey guys, so I talked about it on the channel. I thought it was really good. Have you watched and or played it yet, Landon? Have you watched and or played the FNAF Security Breach Ruin DLC?
I played a little bit of it and couldn't get past it because I couldn't figure it out. Then I just decided to watch.
Okay, so I didn't want to spoil anything. So, you know, if you haven't checked it out, why haven't you? Go watch it. I'll leave.
Know everything because I already watched.
I'll leave a timestamp, if anyone doesn't get spoiled on Ruin. I thought it was a great DLC. I thought it was better than Basic Security Breach. I think Steel pretty much knows what to do with FNAF, and they're gonna. It's also keep like going this direction. They're gonna be a good carry on with the FNAF franchise. Of course, Help Wanted 2 comes out later this year, so I'm excited for that, of course. And speaking of Help Wanted 2, we have a few weeks they're going to show some panels at like this game convention thing. You know, Steel was usually out there. And when they were here last time, they showed some stuff of the original Help Wanted game. So this year they're going to show some stuff from Help Wanted 2 probably, which makes me really excited to see some of that. Can't wait to see how that game looks, what it's going to be about. Because we don't know at the moment. Hopefully it's going to be about something good. I presume so, at least. Oh, here's something that we can talk about. So a few weeks ago, so I'm going to phrase this very carefully. Some sugar fell into the ocean. Some very hyperactive sugar. Let's just say that. And some sharks digested it, you know, as sharks do. And they didn't kill anybody or anything. You know, this isn't like, you know, that one movie with the bear that came out earlier this year. It's just, you know, they play around all crazy stuff, you know, give the sharks some special sugar. I pretty much think that's probably gonna get a movie. Sugar, shark. We got the bear one. Why not a shark? So yeah. Seems like the logical next step in that.
My controller died. I didn't hear like the past 2 minutes of what you said.
Okay, so let me get Landon Cobb on what I was talking about. So, some special sugar fell into the water, and some sharks ate it, and they swim around all weird and stuff. So, they're probably gonna get, like, a, sugar shark movie. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so, like, yeah, it could happen. Yeah, so I can see it. I definitely can see that happening. Here's something I want to talk about.
Do not repeat what the sharks did in real life.
Yeah, don't do it. Do not eat special sugar. You heard it here first, guys. Anyways, here's something that I want to talk about. It was on one of Critical's, Penguin on Zero, his, beautiful man, that beautiful YouTuber, his channel. He did a video about a game on Steam. You know, Steam is that wonderful place where you can find the absolute trash, absolute gold. You never know. And I'm trying to remember exactly what he said in the video. I think this game was being sold for, I remember this correctly, $1 million. I'm almost positive that's what it was about. Apparently, at first, it was like 25 cents. And then it just kept getting like more, like, and there's like more and more until it got to $1 million. And now I think it's like I don't know, it's not $1 million anymore, I can tell you that. It's a low number. But the fact that a game on Steam was up for $1 million, and the game itself is called Spooky Man.
Oh, it's that video.
Yeah, you saw it too.
I don't know that movie there. That's crazy, right?
Spooky Man. I'm just gonna say, for $1 million, these are gonna be some really spooky men. Yes, it's kind of crazy to think about a game on Steam sold for $1 million. No one bought it, but someone bought it for I think like 1,000. I think so. There was that.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't pay that for a game personally. I mean, depending on what game it was. If it was FNAF, then we might put it. If it was FNAF or Racing Trial, that might be a different story. But so far, that's not gonna happen. So, luckily. Anyways, let me see. Okay, let me see.
It's basically just like FNAF, but it costs a little bit more.
It's basically just FNAF, just with spooky men instead of Freddy Fazbear. Spooky men.
You got the shadow figure, and then you got the big man.
Okay, now here's something I want to talk about. So, Barbie's made over $1 billion at the box office. That happened. That was the thing that happened. And so yeah, so Mattel is already making a bunch of like toy movies, like with Barney and like Hot Wheels, all that wonderful stuff. So that's nice. But Hasbro, pretty much the other leading toy brand company, is announced a bunch of movies, and they are, I'm gonna list them off here: Nerf, G.I. Joe, Play-Doh, Peppa Pig, Transformers, My Little Pony, Dungeons and Dragons, and Magic the Gathering.
Did you just say G.I. Joe?
Yes, G.I. Joe.
Honestly, do you think it should play G.I. team? I mean, what? That's crazy.
Here's something that I want to point out. There's been many G.I. Joe movies, and they've all failed, flopped. I haven't heard they're good, so just like, okay, I guess we're gonna try that again. I found fun with that, Hasbro. We're not gonna succeed, and probably not. I think a G.I. Joe movie could work. I don't know anything about G.I. Joe. I played with a few when I was a kid. Like, you know, I never watched, like, I think there was a series at one point of it. I don't know. I really don't. I don't care. So a G.I. Joe movie could work. A Nerf movie, that could work. I can see that working. Play-Doh.
Shoot each other with Nerf darts.
Yeah, I see it being a fun little movie. Play-Doh is getting a movie. That sounds pretty fun. I just hope that it's like in the style of claymation.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Just like put out the container and watch it flop around?
I imagine it might be like the Lego movie. Like,
Legs and walk.
that's what they can think of, like with like Play-Doh, the Lego movie maybe, or something like that. Yeah, but no,
Thinking about faces and legs.
I just want it to be claymation. Like, come on, you have Play-Doh. That's a perfect opportunity. Like, come on, you gotta do it. Or at least make it look like
If
claymation.
it's not good, I'm gonna mix all those Play-Doh colors together just to ruin their day.
Play-Doh. And of course we have Peppa Pig, which I think that's one of those movies like Barbie, Minions, The Rise of Gru that people are gonna see. They're gonna be like, that's a movie for me because I'm an adult.
Minions, Rise of Gru.
Peppa Pig's gonna be like, okay, yeah. Honestly, a Peppa Pig movie make a lot of money. I can pretty much say that with confidence. It's Peppa Pig.
Envision that, honestly.
Like, it's gonna be in their means about the Gru situation. Barbie, people, like, adults go see it because of the meme is Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Yeah, Peppa Pig. So, you know what'd be so funny? If, like, they went really like, dramatic, like a big, full, like, action movie with Peppa Pig. That would be amazing. I'm just interested to see how the animation looks because, you guys know the animation in the actual Peppa Pig, it's, some of the cheapest I've ever seen in my life. So I'm wondering, like, will they actually make it any better? Could they just, like, get away? They can easily just get away with making the same animation style. No one would care. But I hope they try and make a decent movie because it'd be funny if they tried on a Peppa Pig movie. That'd be hilarious.
It wouldn't be funny if they released another movie called Butcher after releasing Peppa Pig.
Anyways, next we got Transformers, which, I mean, yeah, there's been many Transformers movies already. That's a given.
Nope, there's only been one. Actually, you know what? Never mind. There's never been Transformers. What's a Transformer?
Next, My Little Pony. There's actually been quite a few My Little Pony movies. I'm like, yeah, okay, make more of those. Yeah, that'll make money. Quite obviously, it's My Little Pony. Whatever. Dungeons and Dragons. A movie came out that movie came out last year or this year? Last year? This year maybe? I don't even know.
Scared to roll the dice.
I didn't watch it. I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, if I'm being honest. So that, yeah, I mean,
Neither do I. I just know I take the dice.
go right ahead. Well, make more of those. Then last one we have Magic the Gathering. I don't know anything about Magic. I know what Magic is, of course. I don't think about Magic the Gathering. I bet, yeah, that could work.
It's a card game, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know anything about
card
it.
game. So yeah, so Hasbro, good luck with all those. But Mattel just has better properties like Hot Wheels and Barney the Purple Dinosaur, so they're gonna do better.
Paw Patrol is gonna be better than all of them. I'm gonna watch Paw Patrol too.
Paw Patrol. I was watching the new TMNT movie, Me and Mayhem, and I saw that trailer for Paw Patrol. I was just like, oh my god, no! I'm actually getting old because I was in just agonizing pain as I was watching that trailer. I'm like, just go on to the next trailer, please. I hate this so much.
I watch so much Paw Patrol, not even by my own doing. So there's this thing that I like to call little cousins. And whenever they came over, the Paw Patrol theme song was embedded into my skull.
Paw Patrol, we'll be there on the double. Yeah, that's something. I didn't watch the first Paw Patrol movie. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna watch the second one. So, for you hardcore Paw Patrol fans out there, get ready. September 29th.
Rubble.
Yeah, Rebel. Anyways, I'm trying to find something else that we can discuss about. Yeah, so I think of like a bunch of like Hollywood's just like, oh, Barbie $1 billion gotta make more toy movies. No, people don't want more. They don't want toy movies. They want like unique movies, which is what Barbie was. They don't want toy movies. Okay, they're getting the wrong idea here. They don't want toys. They want uniqueness. They don't want I don't even know the Magic 8 Ball movie that's happening. Magic 8 Ball. I'm actually kind of excited for that. That sounds fun. Anyways, I'm actually pretty excited for Barney. Like, I grew up with Barney. I love Barney. So, yeah. Apparently it's like kind of like a drama. So, that would be interesting to see.
You know, I've never even thought about Barney ever since I saw a lore video about Barney.
I love you. You love me. Then be a family. Anyways, seriously, that also, I guess I've gotten mentioned with the writer's strike earlier. Sonic the Hedgehog movie 3 is filming, but without actors. Because they can just film the scenes with these CGI hedgehogs. And they don't have to have any actors, so they can still film it. That's a loophole, so they're not going to be able to film the whole movie, of course. They're just getting some extra work done before they actually film with the actors. So, that's like, okay. That's a pretty unique plot hole, loophole. They've looped that very well, I must say. Good job, Paramount and Sega. Good job on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have some information on one of the next coming Avenger movies, Avengers Secret Wars. And that there's a little bit, there's some like reports that's flying around with this movie. So let's just talk about them. First of all, there's reports that, so what Secret Wars is probably going to be, it's just going to be like another just giant No Way Home movie with this a bunch of cameos after cameos after cameos. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be, guys.
It's going to be off-brand in-game is what it's going to be.
Yeah, and there were reports like a year ago that it could cost up to $1 billion. I kind of doubt that, but honestly, with that many characters, I mean, that's a lot of actors to pay, so maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but...
It makes sense, and they're really, like, high-tier actors.
Yeah. So the first report that we're having is that, Kevin Feige has talked out to some of the, Andrew Garfield. That's a rumor that, he talked to him about, if you want to join Secret Wars or not, or before the strike happened, of course. And of course, and that hasn't been confirmed, but, if they're talking to Andrew, they're going to bring back Tobey Maguire and all those wonderful, wonderful people. And, of course, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine apparently also got a call. At least that's the rumor, so, there's that. I'll be happy to see Spider-Man again, so, there's that. But one thing that a lot of people be pointing out is that a Secret Wars is rumored to come out in 2027, and with the writer's strike, that could be delayed later. You never know. And my question is, like, will Andrew and Tobey really want to return for Spider-Man? Especially Tobey. Tobey's getting up there in age. Like, he's not an old man or anything, But would he really want to return Spider-Man? Even Andrew, I can say the same for them.
Above 20 years old.
Would they want to return as Spider-Man? I mean, I would say yes. I would hope so. But, that's like 5 years from now, guys. Right? 10, 27 in 5 years, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. That's in 4 years, never mind. I was close enough anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so... And, yeah. And also, there's a report going that it might be a soft reboot for the MCU. Which I'm thinking... Honestly, I don't hate that idea, if I'm being honest. Because like the one thing with the MCU that they're really gonna struggle with in the coming years is that there's so much that people aren't gonna be able to watch it off. Just like new fans of it. Like imagine like having to watch Iron Man up to like Spider-Man 72. I don't even know. That's gonna be a lot of stuff to watch. All the Disney Plus years, all the movies. That's gonna be a lot to and like to take in. Of course, it hasn't been a problem with us because we've grown up with the MCU. You know, we've been here since the beginning. Yeah, so it might be a little soft reboot. You know, just kind of just keep things a little fresh. I think that could be a good idea. You know. Let's see here. Let's see.
Sorry that I don't sound enthusiastic. I'm in the middle of pressure washing.
Oh, great game, love it. Anyways, moving on to news about everyone's favorite slasher, Freddy Krueger. Let's get into it. This is some big news here. So you guys know, if you don't know Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, one of the best horror slashers of all time. You should probably know who this character is. If you don't, I'd honestly be kind of surprised. Anyways, so apparently, just a bunch of companies are fighting over who gets the rights to Freddy Krueger because Wes Craven, the creator of Freddy Krueger, died many years ago. Now his estate has the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street, so they're trying to decide who gets rights to Freddy. Blumhouse, Universal, Warner Brothers, Sony, who gets the rights? Who's going to get Freddy Krueger?
Just put them up in pieces and take it.
Yeah, so I mean, like I kind of like you know, like it's just been so many years since like a Freddy movie, and Robert Englund's, Freddy Krueger himself said that he wouldn't want to return Freddy for another Nightmare on Elm Street film. Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse, said that he would love to do another Nightmare on Elm Street film, and he would try to get Robert Englund back as Freddy. And there also were rumors that maybe Blumhouse would actually get the rights, and maybe they would make a CGI Freddy. No, thank you, please.
Well, it's gonna look like a cartoon.
Because, I mean, like deep faking stuff, it's gotten better, like, especially with, like, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. The first 3 minutes, like, they have DHRs forward. It's probably the best I've ever seen de-aging. But some shots, you can still tell, it just doesn't look right. So, that's not gonna happen. Also, Blumhouse makes movies on, like, pennies. They give them such low budgets.
The only flaw is CGI. CGI can replace actors, animals, effects. But the only thing it can't do it is deep fake a person with such deep features without having some sort of flaw.
Yeah, so that's definitely not gonna happen. Imagine how expensive that would be. Blumhouse doesn't have that kind of budget, so they're not gonna do that. Obviously, that's a fake rumor. I did want to bring it up though. So yeah, so Freddy Krueger is just being fought over by a bunch of studios. So who gets the rights to it? Make more movies because those are only bank at the box office whoever gets them. Because that's Freddy Krueger for you. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll see more about that in the future, the incoming months. Let's see.
Maybe potentially, possibly.
Here's something. We got an official rating for the FNAF movie. It will be PG-13, which we all pretty much expected. It's FNAF, I don't think anyone was really expecting an R rating. Come on. This is FNAF. I'm like, I'm not like mad about that. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm sad we won't get any like bloody kills. I'm wondering how they're gonna do the spring lock scene. Cause you guys know that scene it's the spring lock scene. I don't have to go into detail about it. I mean, it's just like a thing where it's like it's just shadow and you see the reactions on the characters' faces, like as William screams and stuff. That's probably what's gonna be it. So as long as it's a good movie, I don't care if it's not like super bloody or anything. As long as it's good, that's all I care about. So PG-13 for that movie. There you go. So here's something that I thought about a few weeks ago. So something that I hadn't thought about at all. The writer's strike will delay Toy Story 5, assuming that it goes on for long enough, and that's just sad. I don't think they really talk about it with. I just kind of realized that, and that's sad, because I really want to see Toy Story 5 as soon as possible. And depending on how long the writer's strike goes on for, just gets more of not Woody and Buzz back together. So that's quite saddening, in my opinion.
The thought of Toy Story 5, and I know it's coming out, is cool and all, and I know it's probably going to be good, hopefully. Looking at you. Not you. Looking at him.
Yeah, hopefully.
Looking at the producers. Hopefully it's good. Which it probably will be. Because Toy Story is a really good movies. But the amount that they have milked that series dry so many?
Yeah. Like, well, money.
I'm in it for the money.
I mean,
I understand.
just to put into perspective about how big the Toy Story franchise really is. Toy Story 3 was the first ever animated movie to make over $1 billion. Like, that's, yeah, like, it's Toy Story. Toy Story 4 also made over $1 billion, so, like, man, it's Toy Story. Money's the answer. But I think Toy Story is a great example of a franchise that is being milked absolutely to death, but still somehow has like great movies. Like as long as it can still be great. Like so far, I think all Toy Story movies have been great. Even Toy Story 4. They make us a lot of hate. I thought it was great. I really did. I don't think there's been a bad Toy Story movie. I hope there never is. So far, Toy Story has been milked, but not to where the movies are like bad. That's all I hope for. They can milk them all they want.
Yeah. As long as the movies aren't bad, it doesn't really matter how many they make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did Toy Story 4 need to happen? Of course not. Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending. But, like, what was Toy Story 4, I was happy with, I was glad. I was glad it was a movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. So, as long as they can make Toy Story 5 good and not, like, just, like, kind of ruin the franchise, then I'll be happy. I won't care if they make a Toy Story 6. I don't want them to make more Toy Story movies. No, because eventually they're like, they won't have things to do. But, there's that.
Dang, showing up real late, huh?
And Aslyn has arrived!
We're almost an hour in. I'm sorry, I had to play with Ty. I've been trying to play with him for like half a week now.
I guarantee you all the audience just shot their necks back towards the camera. Ty? Because they love Ty. Anyways.
Is he coming back? When is he gonna be back?
Yes, sorry to bust everyone's bubble. No, Ty's not here. Sorry. I know. I don't mean to do that to you. Ty will be back eventually. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Toy Story, of course.
The amount of Toy Story movies that they've made, but they don't need that many. But as long as they're good, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing I'm really worried about with the Toy Story and Pixar in particular. So Pixar said with Elemental being kind of a flop, but they've said that they still want to make original movies, but they want to make sequels. That way they can take more risks. They can have like something to get. I guarantee money success, so they can take chance on originals, and that's nice. I don't mind that.
Elemental might have bombed, but it did kind of come back at the end.
Yeah.
And also, I watched it, and it was pretty good.
I thought Elemental was great. It's honestly one of my favorite Pixar movies. I thought it was just a solid story, and I thought it was really good.
Art,
yeah.
As an artist. It was good. I don't know why it didn't do as good as I thought it did.
I think it's like.
Not they thought it would. You know why it didn't do as good as people thought it would? Because they had terrible marketing. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one thing. And
they never mixed. Marketed Claude, and he was only in the movie for like 2 minutes total.
True.
They should have marketed like one of the other characters. Like they could have marketed it being like a love story, because that's actually what it is.
Or they could just market the movie in general. Because I didn't see a lot of marketing for Elemental.
They could have just. They didn't market it good. And
yeah.
Whatever they did, they marketed it pretty terribly.
But I mean, of course, that can't be entirely blamed, because Lightyear had like a huge marketing campaign, and it bombed harder than Elemental did. So I don't know what to think anymore. I'm like, okay, I guess it's just like it's.
Actually, no, Elemental bombed harder than Lightyear did.
Oh yeah, okay. So opening weekend wise, yes, but overall wise, it did make more than Lightyear did eventually. So
yeah.
There's that. Yeah. Yeah, so Pixar said they're gonna make more sequels so they can make more originals, so they can get money and like kick a chance on original. And I like that, they're making Inside Out 2 and stuff, so I'm fine with that.
Why don't you make another Toy Story movie?
But the problem with that is that, like...
No, I know they're making 5, but just imagine them making 6.
With Pixar, the problem with that is, with Pixar, they don't really have a lot of franchises. They have Toy Story, Cars,
Well, they have.
Monsters Inc., The Incredibles,
They have quite a few. Yeah. It's just
like, and like,
make,
it's like,
they're not being risky enough, so they're not doing as well. So you gotta think, like, Monsters Inc. It's super risky, especially like Toy Story, because it was like the first movie.
yeah.
They took a lot of risk for it, and it paid off. But right now, they're barely taking any risks.
Yeah, and there's the thing with that. It's
The
like,
only thing that really pushed them so far, I mean, there's quite a few, like the sets of movies, like all that, like Toy Story and Cars. Yeah, it's just they're so big and they're so popular that it kind of pushed them forward. They kind of stopped.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Toy Story should have stopped after 3, like story wise, but they didn't. Because Toy Story 3 was really good. Yeah, and it was the perfect send off. We could have got like maybe a show, especially on Disney. A series, Plus. Maybe. Or just a couple shorts, like showing what happened. Because remember whenever they used to do all those shorts? I love those shorts, especially.
Yeah.
Remember the one where it's like Rex in the tub?
Yeah, Party Shorts Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting back to Pixar sequels and stuff. Yeah, so they're gonna make more sequels. The only problem is that they don't have enough IP to make sequels to. And like, their originals don't make money. So they're not gonna make a sequel to that. And so like,
So what I think they should do is if they have canceled sequels of movies, they should try and remake them, like that Monsters Inc. sequel.
yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
I'd really like to see that.
Yeah, so like how many Pixar movies could even get, like, realistically, how many could get a sequel? Cars 4, that could happen. I don't think Pixar wants to do that. Like, they expressed how much they didn't want to make Cars 3 in the first place, so I mean, like, they would, of course they had to. Toy Story 6, 7, it's Toy Story, it's gonna make $1 billion, no matter what. Monsters Inc., maybe? Finding Nemo 3, I doubt it, but they don't have a lot of franchises. The Incredibles 3, that could happen. Why not,
They could do Inside Out 2, which they aren't actually doing.
Yeah.
They could do Cars 4, which probably wouldn't be very good, but they could still do it.
Yeah.
They could do Moana 2, because a lot of people have been waiting for that. I think
Moana 2 would be a good choice, because Moana was really good.
The only problem with that is that Moana's a Disney movie, not a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But either way,
Well, it's
no matter
Disney,
what, they should make a sequel.
It's not just Pixar. It's Disney Pixar that's having problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Pixar might not be as successful, like not nearly as successful as it is now. But I feel like they would have just been better off not taking the Disney deal.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, here's what happened with that. I've been meaning to make a video on this for like months now. What happened is that when in the late 2000s, when Pixar wanted to branch out from Disney, they were going to aim with Wall-E. That was going to be their final movie. Disney pretty much blackmailed them. They held their movies they were going to make direct-to-DVD sequels of Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, and Toy Story. And they were probably going to be trash because they're direct-to-DVD sequels. So Pixar joined them so they could save their babies. They could save their children. So they were blackmailed into joining with Disney. That's kind of evil, but whatever. So yeah, and ultimately, I think Pixar generally they make more money in individual films. They make more money because they make more sequels than Disney does. At least they were in the 2010s.
Yeah, I'm sure that they could make a Wall-E too. It's just that, I mean, I loved Wall-E. That was such a good
Wall-E
movie.
was a
But you gotta think, what would Wall-E 2 be about? Would it be like the humans years later? Would it be about Wall-E and Eve?
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a continuation. I feel like it would be a continuation of seeing the world repopulate.
It could either start off right where Wall-E left off, or it could do in the future. No, you gotta think. Would Wall-E
20 years later?
would Wall-E and Eve like die or decay, or do you think there's
no,
enough
they're
parts?
robots.
I know, but you gotta think like parts and batteries. But I guess now that the humans are back, they'll be able to make them.
Yeah.
Because eventually, I'm assuming if they were to make a sequel, they'd probably make it to like where the humans are going back to Earth, starting to
Well,
redo all
they're
that.
already back to Earth, remember? Well, at the very end, they made Earth.
No, I mean like fully doing everything.
Oh, like, I think what would be cool is if they took a modern take, or if they took a take on modern society, but didn't make it like actual, like, basically what a utopia version of our world would
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
For those
Or-
people who don't know what utopia means, it means like a perfect world.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Like Zootopia, but not the
There's
zoo.
some people out there that don't know what that means.
They are making Zootopia too, which would be
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean,
What they're gonna make
if you
it
think about it, if you think about it, Elemental is kind of like Zootopia, but like very slightly.
yeah,
They're similar but also different.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're different enough to where they're not similar, but they do have similarities.
yeah. That's true.
Now that I think about it,
Getting back on the topic of Pixar though, a lot, especially with a lot of the movies like the 2000s, a lot of those movies just don't need sequels. Like Wall-E, I just don't want to see a sequel to that. Like Ratatouille, like a lot of movies they just don't need sequels. And like they made sequels like Finding Nemo, that did not need a sequel. It's like just like why would you make a sequel to that? It's like a lot of the movies. I'm afraid that they're going back to like a lot of those like old movies make sequels to them. That they just don't need sequels. And like it's like okay, I mean like you can, but should you? I mean money talks, so there's that.
yeah, money is the driving force of the world. So
Yeah.
if a movie has a chance to make big money, then there's gonna be almost no chance that.
So basically, what I think they need to do is they need to do what Sony Animation did, because they were doing terrible. You remember, like
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania 4, both of the Smurf movies, all
Emoji
three,
Movie.
Actually, none of those were good.
Yep.
Emoji Movie, Open Season, those were fine. They just weren't very good.
Yeah.
But they took
Yeah,
a
they weren't
huge
good,
risk in doing.
But they weren't terrible.
But as soon as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse came out, they just skyrocketed. Like they've been doing really good.
Spider-Verse was a good movie.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Like here's the thing that like here's what like here's what modern audiences want. They want something like new and original, but also has like some sort of nostalgia tie back, like the Mario movie and the Barbie movie. They're nostalgic, but they're original enough. It's not like just like a sequel or a remake. There's something there. There's nostalgia, but there's also like a layer of originality to it. And that's what all the people want. They also just want better movies.
I feel like Chris Pratt got a lot of hate.
Yeah,
A lot more
I
hate than
think
he
did
deserved.
pretty well.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought it was
bad.
good as Mario.
Because he did do the accent, but I know it would have been hard to do hours and hours
Yeah.
and hours of that. So I see why.
Because if you mess it up, then you're gonna have to retake that entire part.
But I'm really glad that he did do it. Him and Charlie Day did do it.
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
commercial. That was at least nice to see. The Mario, movies lately, they've been based off of pre-existing IPs, but they're not owned by that company that's making the movies. Sony, technically Sony does own Spider-Man, but like they don't own all of Spider-Man.
Yeah, they don't
stuff.
own
or like
the entire thing.
Yeah, they don't rise to make the movies.
But so basically, it would be kind of weird for Pixar to do. But basically, they just need to use a pre-existing IP that they don't own and turn that into
They have at least some sort of ownership. Like they have a part.
Yeah.
Where it's not copyright. Which that's a very dangerous.
You know what would be really cool? That's what they should do. They should make a Kingdom Hearts movie. That would be awesome. And I'm sure
I heard some people have like a whole bunch of make a whole bunch of videos on like how the story would go for a Kingdom Hearts movie.
That would
seem like a
be
whole
cool,
bunch of
though,
theories.
'cause
Yeah, I feel like that would just be like
they already.
yeah, they'd be like Disney's Ready Player One, basically. I'm just gonna say it.
What? How did that relate?
Well, you know, Kingdom Hearts is like, it has all these like characters, right? We are thinking about the same things here, like with like Donald and Goofy and
Kingdom Hearts is a little bit different from Ready Player One. Just like like the size of two buses, a little bit different.
what is Kingdom Hearts? I thought I knew, but now I don't think I know.
Okay, so basically,
The man with the big key.
see, the only problem with the Kingdom Hearts movie is that the lore is super confusing. I don't know how they would.
There's a whole bunch of movies that are coming out that have extremely weird lore. The main specific one, your favorite character. If they were to make a Kingdom of Hearts movie, I'd be confused. I just thought of something. What if they were to make a Legend of Zelda movie?
They are.
Oh, they are. They are.
Why did I not?
I know that Miyazaki, I think that's his name. I'm 99% sure that that's his name. You know, like the guy who runs Studio Ghibli.
Yep.
I really wish that they did a Zelda movie, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing any more movies. He just released his last movie. It's not out in America yet, but it has been out for a while in Japan, and people were saying that it was one of the greatest movies that they've ever seen. I don't remember what the movie's called, but he said it's kind of
The greatest movie you've ever seen.
But I've heard that it is really good from people who've seen it.
But yeah, here's today's video. I'm already VPN and watch that from my
I would adore it. You know how beautiful that'd be, because you have the story of Zelda with the beautiful animation of Studio Ghibli. But they're probably not going to do that. They're probably just going to do Illumination. But I hope that they actually don't make it like a silly kids movie, even though that's probably what they're going to do. But I'd like it to be a little serious. Like, have high stakes.
Like the fights with Ganon and everything. Like, have something, it's like an intense fight or something. Or something good.
Hey, have both of you played Breath of the Wild?
I've never played a Zelda game. I know pretty much nothing about Legend of Zelda, if I'm being honest. So.
Do you care if I spoil something, Gary?
I do not care in the slightest. Go right ahead.
Okay, I'd go ahead and put a spoiler warning right here. Just
there it is on screen. If you don't want to be spoiled, go to timestamp.
Spoiler warning.
So,
if you ever play that game, I'm sorry.
Yes, you won. Okay, so you remember the final boss of Breath of the Wild, right? How it's claiming Ganon. That would be that is what I would like them to do. That would be good. Maybe not to that big of an extent, but I'm sure it's still. I don't want it to be like.
I don't want it to be as big of a letdown as the boss was.
Yeah.
Because that boss fight was easy.
Yeah. Well, it's harder if you didn't finish any of the Divine Beasts, but it was still pretty easy. But even something like Ocarina of Time's battle was awesome.
Could you imagine if they made like a movie series, like starting from the beginning?
That would be cool.
Yeah, and then go work up. Like Majora's Mask would be cool. Ocarina of Time. Speaking of, what's your favorite Zelda game? I forgot to ask.
So I haven't finished any Zelda games besides Breath of the Wild. But I do have a couple, and I also have like the online subscription. I just haven't like gotten around to playing all of them through. I really
do you have a 3DS?
Yes.
I have the 3DS version of Majora's Mask. I can give it to you if I see you for the next however long it takes.
I mean, me and you could like make plans and stuff, but yeah,
Yeah, I could give it to you. It's a good game. I've beat that game like 60 times, and I've skipped to the end many different times.
Anyway, as I was saying, wait, what was I saying?
You're talking about something with Ocarina of Time, the fight.
So, yeah, Ocarina of Time fight was pretty awesome. But I have played a couple Zelda games. I'd still say Breath of the Wild is my favorite because that's the only one I've actually beaten. But I really did like Majora's Mask, or not. I haven't played Majora's Mask yet. I did start Ocarina of Time, and I think I'm like halfway through. But I really liked Skyward Sword. I thought that was really cool.
Skyward Sword was good.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as good as any as Ocarina of Time or.
No, it's not nearly as good, but I still thought it was pretty good.
It was still pretty good.
Well, I think if they can do the Zelda lore, then they can do.
It's gonna take a while.
Like if they are gonna do like any Zelda lore, if they can do that, then I'm pretty sure Pixar might be able to pull it off. Because like you don't have to have all of the first game be in the first movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be exactly like, it doesn't have to be exactly like just him getting off of Destiny Island, meeting Tom and Goofy. Basically, the whole story of the game, just with little bits taken out to make it not like the game's length long.
I honestly forgot we're talking about Pixar.
Yeah, we kind of derailed.
Yeah, but getting back to
It was a good tangent. Like it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting back to like movies and stuff. I think that I've noticed about
But I have to get this out there. If you play Majora's Mask, beat the game 100%. Get the deity's mask, please. I know it has no significance whatsoever, and but he's gonna care. But
yeah. I guess like getting off the topics of like movies and stuff. We've been doing this for like a while now. Has there ever been a piece of music that like make you guys cry?
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
I can't remember what the music was. Actually, I do know what it was.
Actually, now I think about it, I have one as well.
Well,
Landon, you can go first.
So, when I was like 5 or 6, Sylvia said to, which doesn't make me cry anymore. Like I'm a big boy now. Yeah, but when I was like 5 or 6, the first time I ever watched Up at the beginning.
Yeah.
The view was fast.
I mean, it's Up. It's Up. I mean, it's Up. It's Pixar. Come on, we all cry. We all cry. Don't act like you don't. You do.
The saddest part was when Shrek changed from an ogre.
So I actually have two. One was whenever I was infant. I used to cry listening to Linkin Park because I was a baby and I really liked it. I don't know why I cried. But this one was pretty recent. I went and saw the Barbie movie, and if you know that the song at the very end called "What Was I Made For," I really like that, and I cried whenever that song.
Oh.
It's like one of the best Billie Eilish songs ever, and I don't even really like her. That's really the only song that I like.
I haven't watched the Barbie movie yet. I thought about it, but
it's really good.
It is really good. It's not what you think it is. It's not literally just Barbie. Like it has a.
Oh.
Yeah, there's also Ken.
I haven't watched anything just in case I did.
He's just Ken.
It's a great movie.
For me personally, I think it's the funniest film I've seen this year. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me on that, but I thought it was really funny. I laughed so much in Barbie.
You thought it was the funniest film or greatest film?
Funniest film. Not the greatest film, but I thought it was the funniest.
The greatest film of all time.
What was the greatest film that came out this year in your opinion?
Oh, That's for me. I've been debating on that ever since I saw the Ninja Turtles. I mean, it's either Guardians 3 or Ninja Turtles, and I'm kind of leaning more towards Guardians 3 because that film was just amazing. But Ninja Turtles was really good. I'm probably gonna say Guardians 3, but yeah.
I keep forgetting that Guardians 3 came out. I'm gonna have to watch that after this.
Guardians 3 was an amazing masterpiece.
I cried during Guardians.
Yep,
3.
I cried too. So hard. Yep. Go watch my review if you already haven't. Link in the description.
I saw the review, but I haven't watched the movie.
Oh yeah, I cried during Guardians. That movie
That
was.
was really emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I'd say Across the Spider-Verse. In my opinion, now I haven't seen Oppenheimer or the TNT movie, but I'd say, in my opinion, it goes Across the Spider-Verse. The only thing I didn't like about that was the cliffhanger, but we already knew that there was going to be a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Getting back to actually answering my question.
What's the movies that I need to watch?
Answering the question that I asked that got us onto this topic. Yeah, there's only one piece of music that made me cry, and that was the soundtrack that's playing when in Monsters Inc. when Sully's leaving Boo.
That is pretty sad.
The other day I was just look, in June I was listening to the Monsters Inc. soundtrack. I listen to a lot of movie soundtracks and stuff, and when that track came on, I just cried so much. And I've seen Monsters Inc. so many times. I've never cried watching Monsters Inc. And I haven't watched it since having learned that I cry when I hear the piece of music. So I don't know if I cried when I actually watched the scene. But when I hear that piece of music, I've cried. And no other music's ever done that. Other stuff's getting close, like the Minecraft soundtrack, the Toy Story soundtrack. And one day they probably will make me cry, if I'm being honest. But man, that Monsters Inc. soundtrack is just that one track in particular is just so emotional, man. Yeah,
I feel like
I don't know
once
why.
you've seen the movie enough, you basically have the scene memorized in your head, and then instead of seeing it with your eyes, you see it with your head, and it really makes you think about it. That's probably why you cried.
Yeah.
So you cried at the... You said you're listening to the soundtrack?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So imagine you're listening to that song, you're crying, and it's all sad, and then as soon as the song finishes, you hear...
Do you mind if I go back to my movie ranking?
Yeah, it's
It won't
fine.
take long.
Yeah, it's good.
So
It's good.
You gotta take up time anyways.
Yeah.
I'd say I'll just rapid fire real quick. Now I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen Oppenheimer or the TMNT movie, but in my opinion, it goes Across the Spider-Verse, Guardians 3, Barbie. I think the Mario movie. The Mario movie was really good, but I feel like those other three just had better stories.
Yeah.
I like the Mario movie really well.
Yeah, it was. I really liked it.
I thought it was good, yeah.
It did a lot better than people thought it would.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Mario, so I wasn't oh my god, the Mario movie. I thought it was good, I thought it was good for what it was,
Bro, I'm such a big fan of Mario. I literally got every single reference and knew who every character was.
Yeah,
I actually got quite a bit of references. I was surprising myself. I know a little bit of my Mario lore.
Bonham scene.
Oh yeah, that was good.
sad. So I dressed up the day that we went to see it, and I was the only one. And took a picture, and I looked like an insane person.
Picture.
Yeah, because it's me, my dad, and my grandpa and Cass. They don't know
Was it Dad
Cass.
Bowser?
No. It was all three of them were just in casual clothes, and then you had me dressed up as Mario. I even had my mom's long mustache for me.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna dress up for the FNAF movie, so you're not alone on that.
Because I feel like your dad's showing off he would be Bowser.
He would be, but he just didn't want to.
He's like Jack Black for real, for real.
But I got every single reference, and my dad kind of got mad at me because every single time there's a reference, I was like, I know this, or I'm pointing at the screen, and oh my god, I know this. So it kind of annoyed him a little bit.
That's exactly what I did.
But yeah.
Okay, so how many movies have you guys cried at? Because I know like Aslyn said Barbie. I mean, like, technically you cried because of the song, but technically that was the movie, so I would count that.
I've only cried at one movie.
What was it?
Up.
Okay, I've cried at 8 movies.
Okay, wait, do you mean like crying sad, or do you mean like crying laughing? I'm assuming you mean sad.
A mixture of both, if I'm being honest.
Crying, laughing. There's been a couple more. I know there's been a couple more, but I don't remember all their names.
Like it's like the first movie I cried at was like War for the Planet of the Apes. I bawled during that movie because it was super sad. And then
I've never seen that movie.
that movie is
I've seen it. It's just I don't remember half of it.
it's amazing.
I just remember Monkey with a gun.
That's like one of the best trilogies I've ever seen. The Planet of the Apes trilogy is so good. Like, it's up there with Toy Story in my opinion. It's just the Toy Story trilogy. It's so good. I cried. I think I. This is weird, but I think I cried at Jessica Fallen Kingdom, but I'm not sure. Cause like the scene where like the Brachiosaurus is on the island, it's getting like destroyed by the smoke and the volcano and stuff and like
I
that.
fell asleep during that movie.
I like the movie. I can't exactly remember if I cried or not. I feel like I did though. And then I think the third movie I cried at was Avengers Endgame. Avengers Infinity War. Never mind. Infinity War. And then Endgame.
I cried whenever Spider-Man got busted, and then I also cried whenever Tony died. Also, spoiler,
I'm more upset when Tony died.
I got more upset. Well, Spider-Man is my favorite, but I did get more upset then. Spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen the movies, but I mean, it's been out for
Yeah, I don't think it was
It's
gonna.
been out for just a while.
Yeah.
You're living under a rock.
I gotta say, Endgame was.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, like Endgame was probably the first movie that made me cry like happy. Like when the portal scene, like I was crying tears of pure joy during that scene. I don't think anybody's ever. I know, like one other movie has done that. That was the first. Continuing on with what I was saying, I think the next was Toy Story 4. I still cry when I watch Toy Story 4. I cannot watch the movie without crying. It's a fact. Yeah, I cried Toy Story.
I didn't cry during. I always cried during Toy Story 3. Both scenes of that, but I've never cried during Toy Story 4.
I can't handle Toy Story 4.
It's an okay movie. It's just I don't like that they continued it whenever they could have just stopped. I still stop it.
I can't say if I cried watching Toy Story 3 because I grew up with it. Like I watched that movie constantly, so like I like like, when I was like 0 years old, so I didn't like have time to emotionally develop it. But I always get teary eyed, when I actually like see Rare seeing Andy saying goodbye to the toys. Moving on to Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
And then I think after Toy Story 4, I think I cried at a movie earlier this year that came out with Tom Hanks called A Man Called Otto. That was pretty sad, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
And then
I've seen it. It's a good movie.
actually before A Man Called Otto, I cried at Spider-Man No Way Home 8 times in one sitting. It was sad. I cried tears of sadness and tears of joy, so that was something. And then let's see, have I cried? I cried Guardians 3, and I think so far that's it. That's my newest one so far. But I will almost definitely cry Toy Story 5, and I think we'll pretty much know that. It's Pixar and Toy Story. Come on, I'm gonna cry. We all know that. We all know I'm gonna cry. There's no question if, it's just when. Okay, let me see. What else could we talk about?
Maybe we should talk about the current state of Marvel. Because that's a whole thing.
Okay, so I gotta give a disclaimer. Marvel fans, don't get mad at us. We're Marvel fans too. We're this game chart constructive criticism. We want Marvel to get better, okay? Remember that. Okay, with that said, let's continue. I know what the problem with Marvel is at this point. The problem with Marvel is that the same with a bunch of our movie franchises. With every sequel, you had to go crazier and crazier. And after Endgame, like it's gonna take a lot to beat that craziness. And like people just kind of so used to like that level of movie to where it's like they just seen civil movies like just like well, pretty much everything that's came out since Endgame. They're like, oh yeah, it's nice, but it's nothing compared to Endgame. So I think like it's like not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like and like
I just feel like they've released too much stuff over the amount of time they have. They've almost released more than that. They've almost released more in almost 3 years than they have in the other 12 years of them as a company.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, Aslyn? Oh, bye.
Oh, he's gone.
That was definitely not intentional. He was in the middle of a conversation, so maybe he'll come back. I don't know. Pick up where you left off. The CEO of Disney, which was in the, it was okay. So Lil explain this. The CEO of Disney in the 2010s, you left in the 2020s. Then the guy that took over in the 2020s kind of ruined everything. So then the guy in the 2010s took back over, and now he's coming back on Marvel and Star Wars content, which I think is a pretty good idea. Because there's just too much. There's too much Marvel content in Star Wars. Although I can't really speak for Star Wars, so I don't watch Star Wars. But I can't speak for Marvel, because I do watch Marvel.
Yeah.
We got anything else to talk about? Oh, and Aslyn's back.
Yeah, I had a little technical difficulties.
Well, that's good. That's fine, my man. That's good.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything to talk about? Because I'm pretty much out of ideas.
Ideas. Maybe we should kind of get off topic and talk about video games.
I mean, yeah.
We could talk about whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to think of something we could talk about. I mean, we've missed like an hour and 30 minutes, so we talked about lots of like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. We're trying to scrape anything we can.
Why don't we talk about nostalgic video games? That's a good topic.
Minecraft. That's what comes to mind.
Minecraft, definitely.
Yep, that's my entire childhood right there.
What about more obscure ones that are locked away in your head, like Lego Marvel superheroes?
Oh, dang. Let me think. Obscure video games. I mean, like, I mean, a lot of obscure video games are in my top 10. I've been meaning to make a top 10 games video. I've been just delaying that further and further and further because I don't want to make it. Although I do, but it's gonna take a lot to. And like a lot of those on my list are like a lot of games that are really obscure and stuff. So like, I don't even want to talk about it because I get some spoilers for that video. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
What about you, Landon? You have any like not super obscure but somewhat obscure games that you have nostalgia for? I mean, I played a lot of the big games. I don't know I know a lot of people didn't play the first 3 original Mortal Kombat's. I have never played them before, so you are right, sir. Yeah. I don't know. What else could we talk about? I don't know. Very good question. I mean, we have been you guys have been talking for like what? You said like an hour and 30 minutes?
Yeah, at this point we're on 31 minutes.
So, I mean, yeah, we have been talking for a long time. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm not always an ideas kind of man.
Ideas kind of man.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Here's something. So the horror company Blumhouse, we actually talked about them earlier in the podcast. They said that after the FNAF movie, they would like to make more video game horror movies, which I would love that personally. I think they could do a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the FNAF movie.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be good.
one horror game that always comes to mind when I think of horror games that could be adapted successfully into a movie, Granny. Cause it's so simple. They could do so much of that. Just turn the game into a movie. I think it could work. I really do. Granny is a horror movie? I think it could work. I don't know who'd watch it, but I can see that. I can see Granny.
I could see it too.
I think Hello Neighbor could work, maybe stuff like that. I'd love to see something with Bendy. That could be good.
Hello Neighbor's there's still a lot of stuff people don't know.
Yeah, tell me about it. Not a tip. I mean, kind of a video game, but more like just a creepypasta. I would love to see Blumhouse make a Slenderman movie. You guys know a few years that we did get a Slenderman movie. I thought it was fine. I don't think it was bad as people said it was, but it definitely could have been better. So I wish that Blumhouse would get the rights from Sony to make a good Slenderman horror movie. I think Slenderman's it could be such a good horror movie. It really could. And
I don't know if they'll do another Slenderman movie because the first one was so bad.
Yeah, probably not. But I would love to see Blumhouse do a Slenderman movie. I really just I feel like there's a lot of potential with creepypastas, but I feel like they just don't know what to do with them because there's not really a lot to them. There's some information. You have to make a lot of other stuff up, which was probably the main problem with the Slenderman movie. They had to make a bunch of stuff up to actually make it work. So I'd love to see a bunch of creepypasta with The Rake or Jeff the Killer, stuff like that. Some obscure creepypastas that can make good horror movies. Same with cryptids. I've been saying this for years. I would love to see a cryptid cinematic universe. I want to see Mothman versus Goatman, Bigfoot versus the Yeti. I want to see that. Make it happen. Okay, here's something that I just discovered. I'm just going to YouTube trying to find stuff to talk about.
Mars.
And I see a Killer Bean official game trailer.
What? Wait, send that to me right now. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know what Killer Bean is.
Well,
and
I know exactly what
it's just
I'm sorry. Well, did you guys talk about Charles Martinet yet?
Yeah, we did.
Oh. Yep, I knew it. I knew exactly what it was.
I remember back years ago on the channel, 2020, I played Killer Bean on the channel. Ooh, this brings back memories. Anyways,
I don't think I ever played it, but I've watched all the videos. I've seen everything that it has to offer.
Somehow we talk about a lot. We have not talked about Killer Bean on the podcast yet. This is the first. Anyways. Look at this video's length so far. It's 1 hour and 36 minutes, which I'm pretty sure this means this is the longest podcast episode we have had so far. Yippee!
Nope.
What do you mean, no?
At least I don't think. Let me double check, because I'm pretty sure there's one that was 2 hours long.
I'm pretty sure the longest one up to this point was 1 hour and 33 minutes, and that was one about Wednesday.
I'm 90% sure there's a 2 hour one. Where's the other podcast channel that I listened to? Either that or this. Enemy. Gotta make sure I'm not right. It's a little bit farther down. It was a while ago. Oh, if you guys haven't seen the newest Minecraft video, you should watch it.
Yeah, you should. It was really good. But it's really good. I don't know why I said was. Here's something I just... Oh, yeah, I found this. I've been wanting to talk about this on the podcast for a good week now. So this guy on YouTube that does stop motion animation made the stop motion animation of FNAF and Scooby-Doo. I watched it. I'll link it in the description. I thought it was amazing, incredible, just a work of art, if I say so myself. And this guy got a lot of hate for using AI voices of the Scooby-Doo characters. And, I mean, this guy in the script said he made this video on $10. So, like, he couldn't hire voice actors. So, I think it was fine for him to do this. Like, he's getting a lot of hate for it. He's hiring voice actors to try, like, fix it and stuff. I'm thinking, I just don't think he deserved the hate. Like, come on, this is an independent stop motion maker. He just want to make a little meme video and, like, AI, like, I see nothing wrong with that. I really don't. Just for a good, for a goof. Just for a little goof.
So I'm still looking for that podcast episode.
Here's something that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video when we talked about high school at the beginning of the video. Here's something I forgot to mention. This year, high school has theater appreciation, which is we just learn about theater and stuff, which is pretty exciting. I took that class because, that's, like, my thing. And, like, the teacher wanted to show us, like, because, pretty much pretty much that class is just for people that they don't know what to do with it. They shove them in there. No one wants to join theater appreciation, except for me and one other person. So, the teacher, because, like, I don't think she expected me to know literally everything about everything related to film and plays and that jazz. Was going to show us a play adaptation of a movie to see, like, the difference between a movie and a play. And I love that idea. For all those uncultured people that are in that class, I think it's a great idea to show them a play adaptation of a movie and see how plays and movies are different. And, like, I shows on Prime Video, there were so many amazing, like, play and movie adaptations and, like, a movie adaptation that were plays. And, like, there were so many great ones. I thought, oh my god, which one am I gonna watch? And she turned on generally one of the worst play adaptations, one of the worst plays I've ever seen, honestly, if I'm being honest. And that was Shrek the Musical.
I feel bad for you.
If you ever heard about Shrek the Musical, I'm gonna do a video essay on it in the future because, like, I have lots to say about it, more than I could say in this one video.
I've never watched it, but I have seen things about it.
I have researched that. I researched that for months, and I know it to a T. It is. It's pretty bad. The play itself is not horrendous, but it is a awful adaptation of a movie. It's terrible. Because it's a musical. And the whole point of Shrek is supposed to, like, not be a fairy tale, not be a musical, and all that stuff. So it just defeats the whole purpose of the movie. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it literally is the exact opposite of what it actually is.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'll say that for a video of its own, because I have a lot of stuff to say about it. But, I mean, I gotta say, I lost a lot of respect for that class. You could show us so many different plays that were, like, adaptations of movies and stuff. And you saw Shrek the Musical. I assume because she wouldn't think that, like, we probably wouldn't get our interest in anything else, and probably, like there's not a lot of, like, children-friendly, like, plays and stuff like that. Because, like, next Shrek the Musical, they had Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, which I think is one of the best musicals I've ever seen. A great musical adaptation of a movie. I must say so myself. I love that movie so much. Johnny Depp. It's rated R, so I get why we didn't watch it. But just to think that we could watch something that's actually really great, and we watched Shrek the Musical, it makes me really mad. So I don't have a lot of respect for that classroom anymore because it's like, and like she got her facts wrong about the movies because like this girl, like the teacher obviously she knows more about plays than just films. Obviously, I could tell that. She said that Shrek is DreamWorks' first movie, and like no, that's Ants. No, that's not true. And it's like just getting so many facts wrong about the Shrek movie, and like it just like I was just sitting there cringing in my seat, just being like, what, Landon?
I proved myself wrong. No 2 hour long podcast episode.
Yeah, this almost had to be the longest podcast episode ever. So, getting back to Shrek the Musical.
This is gonna be it. The lowest one was 30 minutes.
Yeah, but yeah, so maybe that classroom can re-get my respect by maybe showing a play or maybe showing a movie adaptation of a play that is not as bad as Shrek the Musical. Showing something like
just not Shrek the Musical.
Not Shrek, like anything. Like honestly, the only thing that could have been worse than that is if they played the movie adaptation of Cats. That is the only thing that could have been worse.
Cats movies suck.
That's the only thing that could have been
I
worse.
watched it whenever it came out, and I regret it. It still haunts me to this day. And of course, you had James Corden in it.
Like, that's the only thing that could have been worse than Shrek the Musical. So, yeah, again, I'll make a video about all that, about Shrek the Musical, because I have a lot of stuff to say about it, because now I have a hatred for it at this point, so I need to make a video about it, so I can talk about it, and why it's a terrible adaptation of a movie into a play, and why it's just a bad play in general. Yeah, but I hope whatever we do in that class next, it's better than Shrek the Musical. Oh.
Oh, I bet.
Okay.
No, I don't think it was the Grinch musical that bombed. There was another musical that bombed really bad. I don't remember which one.
I know there's a Pee-wee play, and that would be fitting for now since Paul Rubens passed away. So I've actually never seen that, and I really want to see that actually. So I would be down to watch it. Yeah, turn that on. I want to see that definitely. But of course, I don't think we're going to, because apparently my theater appreciation class doesn't appreciate theater very much. Anyways, that was a long ramble. Anything else we could talk about? Anything else? Let's see. What could we talk about? What could we discover?
I don't know. Favorite class?
Right. No, that's actually a tricky question. My favorite class right now? The thing with high school.
It's definitely theater appreciation.
Oh yeah, totally. It's not theater appreciation, which is like I honestly really thought it would be theater appreciation. Also, and like the thing about that is that it's theater appreciation is / creative writing. We wrote something today, and it was just what you thought of Shrek the Musical. So that's not creative. That's just me expressing my hatred. Anyways, getting off of Shrek the Musical.
Was make you watch a terrible play and then try and make you think it was good by time making you say what you thought was good about it.
It was right. 3 things you thought.
There's nothing good about it.
Like 3 things you thought were good about it, and 3 things you thought were bad about it. I didn't separate them. I just kind of just bounced off from one thing to the other. Like it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like the play, it's just as a play itself, it's not horrendous.
About Shrek the Musical, that it wasn't too long, so you didn't have to suffer.
Yeah, like the play itself, just as a play, it's not horrendous, but as an adaptation, it is awful. And like, it's just, I don't want to go too in depth. Again, I gotta make that whole video about it. So look forward to that.
Honestly, it's hard to make an adaptation because you don't have animation.
Yeah, like adaptation from play to movie,
which is
like
expected.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, like it shouldn't be bad to where I can say, "Oh my god, that's literally awful."
It shouldn't be that bad to where I don't even watch that album.
I've heard that SpongeBob the Musical is much better, and I would. Yep, I haven't seen it, but I can already guess that. Yeah, it's definitely better.
Ooh, I know what we should talk about now. We should talk about the SpongeBob movies.
Oh yeah, that's.
They went from good to not so good. At least in my opinion.
I don't think there should have been a bad SpongeBob movie yet. It's just like SpongeBob Run was just. It was fine. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't very good. They're making another one. Actually, they're making 2. They're making one for Netflix and one for theatrical. And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, I'll probably check it out. I like SpongeBob, like a big part of my childhood. Like, you know, I'm just thinking, like, you know, okay. Like I'm not thrilled. I'm like, oh my god, more SpongeBob! Ah! Like, it's fine. Casually just pull my SpongeBob laugh. Anyway.
Yeah, he's a little goofy.
Oh gosh.
He's a goofy goober.
I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah.
Goofy goober.
Let's see.
You gotta say it with your chest. Goofy goober.
Goofy goober. Goofy goober. What are we doing?
What are we think
I
it's
know.
fun.
We're being
Because that's
goofy
how
goofy.
Goofy goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm seeing so many clickbait titles on YouTube, like, that are saying, because, like, we talked about how the MCU was kind of having a soft reboot, like, after Secret Wars, but it's saying, like, oh my god, the MCU is rebooting, and the thumbnail is, oh my god, is that Tom Cruise's Iron Man? Oh my god! It's not that big of a reboot, it's gonna be a soft reboot, like, not like a full reboot, god. It's not that big.
I haven't even watched Secret Wars, so...
I mean, not Secret Wars, then...
Is that Abraham Lincoln?
One of the next Avengers movies. Me and Landon talked about this before you joined.
Oh, Secret Wars.
Yeah, Secret. Yeah, that one. It's, oh my god, there's so much Marvel content. You can't blame me for getting them confused.
So, you know the Spider-Man Secret Wars suit?
Yeah.
So, it's not the Secret Wars suit, it's the Secret War suit. Apparently, there's Secret Wars and then Secret War, which are two completely different comics. It's only in Secret War in like 2 panels, but for some reason it's super popular.
Yeah.
Which is just an interesting piece of information.
Let me think. Okay, to be fair, we've almost done this for 2 hours. That's a new record for the podcast. Maybe we should start winding it up, calling it back,
Yeah.
lowering down the curtains.
What's the next topic?
Yeah, but this is definitely the longest podcast ever by far, and I'm probably just editing, but I don't think it's gonna be, like, shortened. This is the longest. Congratulations, episode 14, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this episode. We talked about a bunch of stuff, just so much stuff. We got really mad, we got really happy, we got really sad. It was a wild mess of emotions. Hopefully we'll be back sooner next time with the podcast, not a whole month later. Life happens, so forgive us, guys. We'll be back.
Yeah, we just started high school. So.
Yeah, you gotta give us a break, man. Yeah, so we're...
I'm dealing with a whole moving situation, so it's like, I'm moving with a transfer situation. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah, but we're getting back into the swing of things, slowly but surely. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look out for if you guys have watched this far into the video, what was your favorite thing that we discussed about? And what do you guys have to say about the things that we discussed in the comments?
Instead of that, if you made it this far, comment yes in the bottom comments.
They definitely understood that, because I definitely understood too. You guys anything to say before we end up the video?
Also, go follow my Instagram and my TikTok, which wait, do you mind if I promote myself a little bit?
Nah, it's fine. Go right ahead.
Okay. Go follow my Instagram at Aslyn Does Art, and my TikTok at I'm pretty sure it's RollinBoy27.
Oh.
Yeah, and also have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day. You deserve a good day, because you viewed this video. You deserve it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, thank you.
We're the bestest people.
We really do appreciate it. We really do. Thank you guys so much. I know you guys were patient with us during our week break, so thank you guys so much for that. I do want to give a little ramble on here at the end. We haven't done anything like that in a long time. We haven't taken a break in just forever. So, we had to, I texted everyone and said, yeah, we're taking a break, but we gotta take a break. And, thank you guys so much for sticking around that break. Most YouTube communities, they would just leave and get our content, not come back after they come back for after they leave for a week. But you guys, hopefully, hopefully, you guys will turn back around and come back. You guys show good, views on the shorts and our community posts, so you guys are still here. Thank you guys so much for all the support, just everything. Yeah, we love you guys so much. Yeah, it's a
bit of a struggle.
Yeah, you're amazing. But don't worry, content's gonna be coming out of the oven, piping hot, just like as usual. Maybe a little bit less pies than usual, but that's fine. Of course, I will still force myself to do Abetober just like it was every other year. I will not slow down near Abetober. I don't care if it breaks me. Abetober is Abetober, baby. It's just around the corner. Anyways,
Besides October and December, everything's gonna be coming out probably slower, but it'll still be fresh, good, and amazing content.
Yep, because we are the most amazing channel on YouTube with the most amazing community, the most amazing team. We're just amazing. At least everyone else except for me is amazing. Anyways, I'm Chanel. Bye bye is Gary on Thacker.